All right. Hello. Thanks for clicking on our video. I'm C the Superior, and I am one of the hosts of Geek News, where we are not journalists, but we are geeks, and we're here to bring you the geek news of the week. Now, normally I would be joined by my co-host, the Great Grand Slam Poobah, but he is otherwise busy this weekend. So I have a special guest host, Humble. Come on up. How's it going?
What up, people? Yes, the applause. Thank you.
So, Humble is joining us from one of his podcasts. You want to go ahead and tell the people where you're from and what's going on with that?
Hey, so I am doing a future podcast with all of my homies called There Goes the Neighborhood. We just brought up an Instagram. We are doing a chain and umbrella with Pop-Up Productions. Check out, I will give you any type of feedbacks with when we bring out a new episode, any podcast coming through 2026.
All right, it's on the way. But speaking of on the way, we have a lot of news in Geek Spectrum that will be coming out in the very near future. One of which was spilled. The beans were spilled on this one. And spilled by Eddie Murphy himself. Eddie Murphy confirms Donkey spinoff in the Shrek universe. So apparently, according to the Hollywood Reporter, says Murphy says a film based around the fan favorite character and his Donkey family will begin recording dialogue in September through DreamWorks, though DreamWorks hasn't confirmed the project. So this is a direct quote from Eddie Murphy coming up. It says, "We are still in the booth. And literally, we're still doing Shrek." He told Screen Rant. Doing a Donkey one that years to Shrek 5, still in the booth and about to start Donkey in September. So it would seem that much like Denzel Washington did the new Wakanda movie that's supposed to be coming out, he spilled the beans prematurely and let us know that Donkey is in his own spinoff. So, what do you think? Would you be for that? Would you want to watch it?
I would. I trust Eddie Murphy, even though it's kind of shaky because of Coming to America 2 was really shaky. It was really like, I didn't even finish it, but I do trust him when it comes to playing as Donkey, because Donkey's one of his legendary roles. Going to the Denzel Washington one, I didn't even hear about that. That's insane. Like, yes. I actually will understand it because Denzel Washington was a kind of a mentor to Chadwick Boseman. And for the fact that he even said Chadwick Boseman wouldn't be him if it wasn't for Denzel Washington, it would be like a tribute thing. Like, I'm gonna do this for, like, not just only for the geek community, I'm also do this for Chadwick, which I respect.
I respect that too. Shout out to Jack for being in the comments. We appreciate you being here. But yeah, so I was just thinking, dang, these older guys, they really spilling the beans. But now that you brought up the fact that, yeah, Denzel was Chadwick specifically said Denzel Washington was an inspiration to him and kind of like his mentor. So him being in this Wakanda movie is like full circle. That's really beautiful. But I am excited to see Eddie Murphy and Donkey, only because I really like Donkey and Shrek. Like, Donkey's one of the best parts of Shrek. And I'm assuming that they have the same writers as they did in the other movies, even though Shrek 4 and Shrek 3, Shrek 1 and 2 really were really good. And Puss in Boots was good too.
Puss in Boots was really good. And the Making a Wish one. I never knew I was gonna love that one so much, but it was real good. You didn't like Shrek 4? Really?
I did not like Shrek 4. I barely even remember. Was that the one where Fiona was acting wild and out here in these streets?
Nah, Fiona was a battle queen. What you mean? She was whooping butt. She was controlling all of the ogres. like my man's like Donkey had a bad life. Like my man's was kind of low, and he didn't have
Uh-huh.
his dragon or his babies, which was
Uh-huh.
sad. But at least Fiona still was a badass. Like she's like, if no one's going to save me, I'm gonna save myself. So let's
I didn't
go
like
with that
I didn't
boss
like it.
energy.
I
And
did
then
like
like they
Christopher.
just I'm gonna say the one with Justin Timberlake is
Yeah,
shaky. It's shaky
yeah,
because I
yeah.
was like, that's one I don't really fully remember because I'm just like, why is this happening? What's going on? Two is
Uh-huh.
always going to be an inspiration, but
We're gonna see what 5 is talking about because that's the one that's coming out with Zendaya and like
when they is the daughter, the grown up daughter,
yeah.
and everything. And
Uh-huh.
TikTok is a part of it. Like, oh Jesus,
We'll see what happens, but that leads us into the next bit of geek news, and this is in relation to our boy Johnny Depp. He's back in the spotlight, right? Johnny Depp's cast an upcoming Ridley Scott project. Now, you may know Ridley Scott from a couple of his movies. He's directed Gladiator movies. He's directed Alien. He did The Last Duel, which was really successful. So him and Johnny Depp are pairing up on this new Hyde project, right? So this is coming from Covered Geekly. And they state that Johnny Depp is officially set to play Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in a graphic novel by Ridley Scott, which will be revealed more today. So that was last Thursday. So it's theorized that a movie or TV series will be announced, but no word has been received on either as of this time of this post. So right now it's coming out as a graphic novel. You can see the artwork of it in this image. It's going to be, of course, very much based on the look, at least, of Johnny Depp, because that character looks just like Johnny Depp in the face. And he's going to be, I believe, like a have some sort of influence on like the script or what's going on with the graphic novel. So I love Johnny Depp. I usually like his projects. I like that he's always in some spooky stuff. Do you read graphic novels at all? And if so, how do you feel about a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde graphic novel?
Honorary. Let's see. So I love Jack and Hyde in general because that story is like the most wildest and like never does solve riddles of like history because Jack and Hyde is real. But when I'm thinking of Johnny Depp playing a character as him, I can see him doing it. This is the same man who does like Edward Scissorhands. This is the same man
Uh-huh.
who did
Sweeney
beautifully
Todd.
for Willy Wonka. Like the list just keeps on going. You're telling me this man just needs to be a creepy, deranged. He got it.
Yeah.
Johnny, like I would watch it, and
Uh-huh.
if it was a book, like an actual, like you said, it's
It's
a
a
graphic
graphic
novel.
novel.
So I would
Uh-huh.
read it just to see what the story is going to be for the actual show. If they since they're making it,
I hope
I
that they do come out with a show on this because I do read graphic novels, but not as heavily as I watch like TV series. So I would
hmm
love for it to be like a TV series, even if it's animated, right? I like animated stuff. They got X-Men came out recently. Eyes of Wakanda came out. So animation, I feel like is making a
a
resurgence.
slow comeback, like a
Yeah,
slow.
uh-huh.
It's
Spider-Man.
gradually going there.
Yeah.
Because
So
like the What If series was one of those like projects that nobody thought that was going to be like as explosive as it was, and then out of nowhere, I'm sad that they ended it. They had so much more stuff. The multiverse
yeah,
goes big, but you know what? Some things got to end. But they did it. They executed the whole thing perfectly. So I feel like they do it with this too.
that made me mad though about them ending that because even though the last season wasn't that great, there's so much more potential. It's what if you can literally do anything, and they just
Mm-hmm.
decided not to do anymore, which is so weird. But I do hope that they make an extended kind of series about this Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. But that brings us to the next bit of geek news here. And now this one is kind of a two-parter. And it's one of the most exciting bit of geek news that I've seen this week. So I can't wait to discuss it with you. But we have here Mark Ruffalo returning for Spider-Man Brand New Day as the Hulk. So he is coming back. And I know before this announcement, this just came out, guys. And it has been speculated for some time that the Hulk would be in this movie, but it hasn't been confirmed up until earlier this week. I want to say it was like yesterday, day before yesterday, at the time of recording this. And I'm excited to have him come back. We also have several other characters that have been previously been confirmed or just recently been confirmed. So we do have um, the Punisher, which we knew was coming back.
Yeah,
Just
because
this
of
a little
Daredevil.
clip from this is a little clip from the Hollywood Reporter. It says Ruffalo's returning to reprise the role of Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk, in this feature, which comes 14 years after the actor joined the MCU in the Avengers. The movie had been rumored for a while, but only firmed up as the script came together and the production gears up beginning this month in England. So further down, it adds that the plot details are being kept under the vest, excuse me, but you can bet that the mighty Marvel manner, Spider-Man, Punisher, and Hulk will all fight one another before figuring out who the real bad guys are. So it would seem that there's going to be some sort of altercation between the three of them in this movie, right? Which makes me think, because I know when it was originally speculated that the Hulk would be in this movie, people were saying that he could be either Professor Hulk, Smarter Hulk, or he could be World War Hulk, like all these different kind of Hulks that he could be in this
Yeah.
movie. To me, based off of just what we see, if they're all three going to be fighting in some way in the beginning of this film, I don't think it's going to be World War, because I don't think the Punisher could hang with the Hulk like that, because he's a true
Oh,
level kind of guy, right?
oh no, no, no! Don't do that to the Punisher. The Punisher can hang with the most of them. The
I
Punisher
don't know
can
if
hang
he can
with the
hang with
most of them.
all like
Yes,
that.
yes, he can. Yeah, yeah.
Are you
But
sure?
he can't beat him. He can't beat him, but he can hang with him. He can try.
The
He can
World
try and
War
do it.
Hulk?
Okay, not that one. I'm just saying any Hulk.
Exactly.
I
That's
don't
what I'm
think
saying.
World War Hulk. Respect. I do not think World War Hulk is going to come out, because the reason why they have to put the Hulk going into the Spider-Man movie or in the new Avengers movie is literally because the only person who remembers Spider-Man is the Hulk. He's the
Mm-hmm.
only person after the mind warp Doctor Strange. Remember when he did that spell so everybody forget him? The only one who can remember Peter Parker exists is the Hulk,
Is that
because the Hulk
because
is
he's
another being.
off world or something? Like what?
So
Why?
it's in the comics that like when this did happen, when the world forgot about Peter Parker, because that is something that happened, the Hulk came up to him. He's like, "No, I remember you. The Hulk remembers you. Everybody else does not, but the Hulk never forgets."
Ah,
So
okay.
he's going to get it. So for the fact that the Hulk is going to be a mentor to Spider-Man in that time, because he's going to be the only one that he can rely on, and maybe it might be like Spider-Man's going to try to what you say try to get a spell, or not a spell, but try and see if he could like rework the spell or go and
Mhm.
live his life without like Aunt May, without everything else. He's just living in the apartment that Tobey Maguire lived in, and now he's the actual Spider-Man.
Okay.
I'm kind of worried about it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I hope.
So what kind of Hulk do you think? So you think we'll be seeing like Smart Hulk?
It's
Or, even, but wait, I'm not sure if you watched She-Hulk when that came out, but the Hulk was in there and he returned.
mhm.
He went off world, but he returned with a son, Scar or something like that.
Oh, girl, please don't. I got so
Do
angry
you
with
think
that.
we're going to see that?
Like, no, that was so okay. So let me put respect. I love She-Hulk. I love
Oh,
She-Hulk. I love when Megan Thee
okay.
Stallion came
That's a
through and they
bold
were doing
statement.
their thing, and I loved everything except when it got to the last episode. It was so
Yes.
rushed. I was just
Uh-huh.
like, yo, girl, no, you ain't doing She-Hulk like this. Really?
Really?
We just rushing it now and then just say,
Mhm,
oh
mhm.
yeah, I have a son. No, no. I want, if we're gonna get this, I want Hulk to have his own movie finally, and it will be
Yeah.
Planet Hulk. If we're doing this, because that's the son of Hulk and his wife, the great wife. You seen on Planet Hulk, right? The animated movie. Have you ever seen that
No,
one?
I
The one
haven't. I
with
haven't,
Shriek?
but I did hear
Oh,
that it was his son between him and like some off-world character.
hmm. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so when you can watch a movie called Planet Hulk, literally is one of the greatest animated Hulk movies ever there out there. It literally
Okay.
shows you you remember Thor Ragnarok when he got sent off to a planet. So that
Yeah.
planet was supposed to be a short period of what you call it, Planet Hulk. That's where Shriek and Meek and all that, like the Rock guy. Those two are from that movie. They were yeah, I don't know why they put him with Thor, but he's actually supposed to be with Hulk, and it was supposed to be this thing where like Hulk beats the crap out of these people, got a whole planet free from suppression, and then he meets his wife.
Okay.
Like, and then it goes into the comics and everything, but they kind of rushed it and they just said, "Oh yeah, I have a son." I'm like, you guys didn't even give Hulk any love.
Do you think we're going to see the son in Brand New Day? Because we already saw the son in She-Hulk. Do you think we're going to see
I don't want to see him at all yet. I'm just gonna look at them like, nah, he's not here. He's not here until they introduce him in his own movie.
Okay. Nah, gonna retcon
retcon it. Yeah, they gotta work on it.
But speaking of Spider-Man Brand New Day, we also had confirmation that another character will be returning in this movie as well. So this is further
not Scorpion.
Same time, Michael Mando, known for his work on Better Call Saul, is returning to reprise the role of Scorpion, the villain character whom first played in Spider-Man Homecoming in 2017. So this guy hasn't been seen since that end credit scene in Homecoming, but they are going to bust him back out in this movie. This is interesting because we know Scorpion in the movie because he interacted with Michael Keaton's character, right? Now, but Michael Keaton's character also interacted with Morbius in that movie. So if we're bringing back Scorpion, are we also bringing back Michael Keaton's character and potentially Morbius in this movie? What?
See, I don't even because I guess because Morbius is not part of the Sinister. I think it's called the Sinister Six, right?
I'm not sure. I've never been on. Full disclosure, I'm not that big of a Spider-Man fan, and I as you know, I think from our group chats, I told you guys that Spider-Man is not all that. But I'll save that for a later discussion.
I showed you my controller. I got that PS5 like Spider-Man edition on it. I'm a Spider-Man head, so it's kind of like pretty. Yeah, I think they could bring them back just because of the fact that we haven't seen them since the first movie. But Morbius was so bad. What we really need to see Morbius. No offense on him.
So we're retconning Morbius and we're retconning She-Hulk. None of those characters.
yes, we gotta redo it. We need to see season 2 of She-Hulk, do it just the same way we did season 1 because we had a good story, and then not crap on the last episode. Morbius was just boring. I didn't even finish Morbius. Like it was. They had it and then it just went to sleep because I'm like, no.
Yeah, as far as I know, I believe that Jared Leto, he's already like signed on to that new, what's that movie called? It's escaping me. It came out with what's his name not that long ago. It's an old movie.
You're not talking about Suicide Squad, are you? You're not talking about Joker, Mr. Ha ha ha.
No, it's like a futuristic kind of movie. As soon as we end the show, I'm going to remember it. Oh my God, hold on. Let me see if I can just pull it up. But
Google is your friend.
What?
Google is your friend.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think. I don't really watch Jared Leto movies because when I'm always watching his stuff, I'm just kind of like, he's an interesting actor.
Yeah. He's a method actor. Tron. That's what it's called. Tron. That movie. Tron? Yeah, so he's already signed on for Tron. That's like this futuristic. Don't give me the line. It's like I want to say it's like inside of a game kind of.
No. You're talking about Tron, like the bikes that like play off and they destroy. Yeah. There's a
new Tron movie coming out, and he's already signed on to that. So I don't know.
There's another Tron movie coming out. Oh, Jesus Christ! Why?
Yeah. Actually, no, don't hate on Tron because I feel like the last one was kind of good, and it was some years ago. With what was it? Garrett something was in it.
The only Tron that I've ever liked is when they brought it into Kingdom Hearts. I ain't gonna hold. Like that was the only time I actually loved Tron. When you were Sora and you were playing on them bikes and killing Heartless and everything, that was vicious. But when we talking about the movie, it was awesome before it's time, because seeing it, I feel like now, yeah, we could do a whole lot better. But I'm just kind of like, nah, we're good. We're good. We already did this movie. We don't need to do it no more. But with Jared
it's
Leto,
coming. If you want it or not, it's on its way. So, but as far as Spider-Man, I don't think he'll be in Spider-Man Morbius.
He ain't gonna do it.
We'll have a Scorpion, we will have a Punisher, and we will have a Hulk. That's another thing about these Spider-Man movies. Why do they like pack it to the brim with villains all the time? I'm like, I don't need all of these damn villains in a movie every time, Spider-Man. But okay.
But that's Spider-Man's life. I ain't gonna hold. Spider-Man got that same problem that Batman got. Like, Batman be trying to clean them streets, and he always got to fight another person before he has the lunch break. He fights three villains. He fights three villains every 3 hours, and that goes on to a lunch break, and then goes back into the night. Spider-Man, he literally has to do homework or have a job and then be a villain. Try and still make that job and make it close to his life. Like, Spider-Man.
We're not going to talk about how. I'll leave it at that because you already know how I feel about Spider-Man. But we'll see what happens when more news comes out in relation to Spider-Man Brand New Day. But guys, that has been Geek News for the week. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you again for being our surprised special guest. And join Geek News every Sunday. We'll be back next Sunday around 2:00. I believe Jack will be joining us again on that episode. So look out for that. And we'll see you later, and goodbye.
Yep. See you.